Okay, if we reach here on the southern 89 of Appalachia, you get a little miscellaneous quest that says investigate the trailer, but it's under dailies. So let's go ahead and run over and check this out. The Tigart wastewater treatment plant. The trailer seems to be over there. Door is open. Oh. So we're not going to explore the lore of the location. We're kind of just here. Ooh, Liberators. To find out what's in the trailer. Oh, there's another one. Door is locked and requires a terminal. But that terminal is locked. Do not worry, I will show you how to get in there later. Yes, if you jump while you're in vats, it will launch you into the next area. You can actually use that to get through walls too. Oh, I just knocked my mic because I scratched my nose. If there's an enemy on the other side of a door or a wall, and you're able to get a slight view of them, and you VATS and then jump and swing, well, it's melee weapons only. You jump, VATS, and swing, it'll teleport you into the room. Oh. It's another one of these ladies. Well. Wow, she has a lot of bullet holes in her chest. Are those bullet holes? I don't know. We'll worry about that also at a later date, because that quest line is rather long, but one of the best ones in the game. Okay, what do we have here? It is a photograph of a woman and a man next to a car and a house. No information on it. Here's a tinkerer's workbench. Oh, investigate the trailer means this message for Jeff.
Jeff, I really hope you got my message and my hint was clear enough to help you find this holotape. I'm leaving the cabin. These Brotherhood of Steel guys haven't found out where I live yet, but they might. I'm going to hide out in the place where we had our first date. Come and meet me there when you can. I locked out my environmental monitoring program with a password, and I'd like you to have it. After everything the Brotherhood has put us through, there's no way in hell they're getting my research. So, I hope you can find me soon. Until then, be safe, and I love you. I should have told you much sooner. In person.
Okay. So this woman named Amy, is that what her name was? I obviously already forgot. Yeah, Amy left a note for a man named Jeff, and they were having issues with people called the Brotherhood. So while investigating a trailer at Tigart Water Treatment, I found a holotape made by a woman who was in hiding. She claimed to have a password for her terminal. If I can find out where she went, I can learn about the work she was doing. Learn Amy Kerry's location. Started the daily quest, Ecological Balance. Study the environment for possible scorched contamination. Amy Kerry's terminal. Personal terminal, Amy L. Kerry. Personal journal. Are these in order so I can read them properly? Yes. January 16th, 2095. I remember something one of my professors at Vault-Tec University once said. Talking to myself is the only way to be sure of an intelligent conversation. I think it was a quote from some great thinker, but I guess that fact is lost to the world like so much else. Well, here I am. Talking to myself. Of course, since this is a journal, it's totally acceptable, right? My current situation is this. I'm out here in this cabin. This isn't a cabin, this is a trailer, living alone aside from the occasional visits from my boyfriend Jeff. Sometimes I go and visit him at the responder's base. Okay, so now we know which Jeff it is, because there's like 9 Jeffs in this game. It's the Jeff that's with the responders. Sometimes I go and visit him at the responders base, and right now I'm working with them on a research project I developed to monitor the environment for signs of contamination by the scorched. Mostly my days are filled with traveling around and collecting data. The rest of my time is spent repairing broken environmental sensors, building replacement ones, and reading. Really exciting journaling, Amy. This is clearly not at all a waste of my time. January 23rd. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like these responder people pretty well, and I'm happy to collaborate with them. They've been a big help in creating the computer program I use to process the data from the sensors. But damn, they need to quit nagging me about joining up. How many times do I have to tell them I'm not a joiner? I do my best work alone. Always have. Dating Jeff isn't helping. I wish he'd quit bringing it up. I don't think he means to nag me, but he cares so much about his new family, as he calls them. Sometimes I wonder if it's time for a little space between us. But then I remember that he's a good guy who really seems to care about me and well, that's worth something. How much of a future do we have? I don't know. I've always kind of lived in the moment, I guess. February 9th. Damn near got my leg chewed off by a mole rat today. I was out placing a soil sensor, and I guess I must have strayed too close to a warren. One of the little nasties got a few good bites in before I kicked the damn thing loose. Hell, maybe Jeff is right. Maybe I am a stubborn fool, living out here alone and trying... Okay, what was that about? And trying to keep this project going by myself. But this project gives my life some meaning. I mean, sure, I hope this work is important and that we can learn something from it that'll help against the scorched. But to be honest, that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because when I'm out there and I see all the death, destruction, and decay, I need an answer, ready when the inevitable question surfaces. What's the point of going on? February 23rd. I've been busting my ass for the past week building in as much automation as I can to the process of compiling the data. In light of recent events, it seems like a good idea. I got sick after the mole rat bite. Okay, she's got the diseases. Real sick. I couldn't get out of bed. I thought I was done. Jeff was out on a foraging mission and decided to check on me, since he hadn't heard from me in a while. Thank God he did. I feel guilty writing it here, but I've always felt like Jeff was a lot more interested in me than I was in him. Something changed for me that day, though. I guess it was the first time I realized just how compassionate he really is. As the responders' quartermaster, he never stops working to make sure everyone has what they need. He takes care of them. It's noble. March 4th. It's so infuriating to me that the Brotherhood keeps showing up and demanding supplies. They have no idea of the sacrifices Jeff and the others have to make just to scavenge a few basic supplies. People die on those missions. Jeff told me that someone at Responders HQ slipped up and mentioned my environmental monitoring program during one of these recent Brotherhood visits. Maria caught it and tried to play it down, but the way Jeff tells it, the guy was real interested. Nothing more came of it at the time, but the Brotherhood guy said they'd be back, and next time they wanted to know everything. I guess it was bound to happen sooner or later. March 12th. I just learned that the Brotherhood paid another visit to Responders HQ, but instead of their usual demands for supplies and ammo, they wanted the details about my project. In fact, they demanded them, at gunpoint. Jeff says Maria shared some of what I've already sent them, but she played dumb when they asked where I was living. Now I'm thinking, maybe it's not the data they want, it's the tech itself. Maybe they think they can turn my sense of design into some kind of warning system or weapon. Give it to them then. I'm sorry, but if they had this and it would warn and save lives, give it to them. I know, they're demanding it at gunpoint, but it kind of feels like they could have done a lot more good and potentially prevented everyone from Appalachia being wiped out. And all she had to do was say, here's my weather monitoring system, or whatever it was. After everything they've put Jeff and the other responders through, there's no way I'm giving them a damn thing. Hopefully their war against the Scorch Beast will keep them busy enough that they won't come looking for me. Jeff seems really concerned, though. He thinks the Brotherhood soldiers will do anything necessary to win their fight. Good. I mean, if it wasn't... Like, if this war wasn't about trying to save everyone's lives from the Scorched, I'd be like, yes, sure, don't give it to them. But we obviously see what happened. I mean, as we're seeing what happened as we're doing this journey, because these people didn't want to work with each other. Maybe it's time to start thinking about a contingencies plan. Like, if all of these groups would have worked with each other, they probably would have survived. April 16th. I heard those power armor suits stomping around again this morning. They were closer this time, maybe less than a mile. I can't stay here. Those toy soldiers are going to find the trailer, and probably soon. It's time I took Jeff's advice and got the hell out of here. Since I can't haul my terminal across the forest, I'm going to put a lock on my monitoring program. I recorded a holotape message for Jeff, so he knows where to find me, and she left it right next to the terminal. But okay. I hid it somewhere those tall power armored guys probably won't spot it, I hope. On the ground, right next to the terminal. I also set up a transmitter so portable devices can communicate remotely with my terminal. That should let me continue my work from off-site. I'm going to miss this place. It's not much, but it's home. Again, it was right there on the ground. So unless it was hidden somewhere else, the Brotherhood people found it, came to the terminal and then dropped it, and then went and threatened Jeff with death, if that's what they're doing. She wasn't very smart. Alright. Messages. Date night. That's obviously going to be the one that gives us the answer, so let's do sensor design upgrades. Finally had time to look over your sensor module design in detail. Looks solid, but I see some places where you could save power. I also think you should build it some redundancies, since these things will be out in the field and exposed to the elements. Let's talk soon, Sanjay. Scorched. Just wanted to say thanks for sending over the latest batch of environmental data. I finally got the green light to start on the inoculation project we talked about, and I think that'll be a big help. Maria said you turned down our invitation. Sorry to hear that, but we all respect your decision. Hell, I don't think I'd have the courage to live by myself in a cabin the way you do. Not after some of the monsters I've seen in the woods out there. Good luck, Claire. And we've already done that. That was an ounce of prevention. Missing you. Just wanted you to know that I miss the hell out of you right now. Never really noticed how big my bed was until you weren't in it anymore. Hope I'm still in your thoughts too. I know we don't get much time together. I just want to make sure you don't forget about me. Am I being creepy? God, I hope not. Jeff. Joining the responders. Just wanted to say sorry if we ambushed you while you were visiting Jeff. If it seemed like we were ganging up in order to get you to join us, well, I won't lie, we were. Truth is, we could use someone with your background in environmental science pretty desperately right now. That being said, I respect your desire to remain independent. Just know that we're happy to continue our mutually beneficial collaboration on your environmental monitoring project, and I'll make sure we continue to provide the agreed upon supplies and any useful data we come across to help with your research. Maria. MC. Be careful. The Brotherhood paid us a visit today. Somehow they found out about your project involving the possible environmental impacts of the Scorched. They all but demanded that we turn over everything we have on it, but Maria stood her ground. If they find out where you live, they might come knocking. Maybe you should get away for a few days. Find somewhere to hide out. Let me know if you do, and I'll come out and meet you. Been too long since we've seen each other, Jeff. Nope, date night. Loved your idea for a date night. Going back to Spots Creamery sounds perfect. What better way to celebrate our 1-year anniversary than going back to the place we had our first date? I'll let Maria know as soon as she's back. Meanwhile, I'll see what I can scrounge up for a romantic dinner. Oh, and bring a weapon. I saw a report there were some ferals stalking around the place. Better safe than sorry, right? Can't wait to see you again, Jeff. So you see, the issue with this, unless Jeff found the holotape and dropped it here, not smart, but her entries weren't locked, and anyone could have just listened to that holotape, read the terminal, and knew where to find her. While investigating, yada yada, if I can find out where it is, that's all the same. Retrieve Amy's terminal password. Now we have to head down to Spots Creamery, all the way down here. Okay. Guess we're gonna head there. Alright, made my way here to Spots Creamery. Let's go ahead and switch to a projectile weapon. Those ghouls don't seem to see me. So we're not gonna... Oh. Not gonna worry about them. We're just gonna worry about the ones that are in our immediate area. We have caution. Caution light. Caution sign. Okay, he ragdolled. We're in danger. Okay. We'll take that cherry. Take that ammo too. There's still more? Or is it the people down there? Oh, another Nuka-Cola. So you guys. Oh, reloading. Okay. Nope, I'm pretty sure there's still more enemies here. Should clear it before we go inside, huh? I'm not getting anything, but there is another Nuka cherry over here. Let's go ahead and grab that. Water. Oh! Oh, he's diseased. Dang it! I got radworms. So I think minor lore. Right there. Raiders are going to be hostile to me. Because I have not done the quest to make raiders not hostile to me. So we're not going to explore everything. We're just here for Amy, who is very diseased. She's not a ghoul, because if she was a ghoul, she wouldn't have been attacked by the ghouls. We'll go ahead and take her note. Jeff, the password for my environmental monitoring program terminal at Tigart Water Treatment is Babylon. Share my research with the responders, but make sure those Brotherhood bastards don't get their hands on it. Amy. So was she killed by the disease, the ghouls, or the Brotherhood? Tough call. But now we gotta head all the way back to Tigart. So before we do that, I found a holotape made by a woman who is working on an environmental monitoring program. Now let's go ahead and head back. It's Watoga! In the bog. The last biome area that we have not reached yet. Okay. No point in crouching, but we will switch back to this, because I think I only need 90 more robots killed with a sword to be finished with that challenge. Oh. We're not worrying about the lore. We're here to do what we're here to do. No, not craft. I was scrapping. Oh, it's just the revolver. Okay. Let's go ahead and activate our terminal. Go to Environmental Monitoring Program and enter Babylon. Okay. Link portable device to receive sensor status alerts. Project overview. Purpose: to determine whether there have been potentially harmful impacts to the environment in the region from exposure to the scorched beast or other scorched creatures. Hold on. Why did you respawn? Another player must be nearby. Oh, I didn't VATS you. Oh, he's out of my VATS view. He wasn't. Okay. Is there another one? I mean, all the way over there. He'll eventually give up on me, though. Yeah. Method: place environmental sensors that will gather sample data from the soil, air, and water in the region. This data will be stored on holotapes, and when full, these holotapes will be retrieved and the data uploaded into the master environmental monitoring program. Creating a thorough and accurate environmental model will likely take several years. To handle the extensive computations, a custom computer program will be created that will automatically compile and compare the data. Establish portable device link. That's going to connect it to your Pip-Boy. Pip-Boy detected. Scanning device configuration. Establishing link. Link established. You will now be notified when environmental sensors data is ready to be retrieved. Data collection points will be displayed on your local area map when ready for collection. And we don't have any. So we need to get, once a day, and upload an air, a soil, and a water. So now we need to go collect them. They have lots of different locations around the map. The ones that is showing for me is the soil over here at this Ferris wheel. The air all the way here next to this cow. And the last one's going to be a water. Oh, literally. Oh, I thought it was outside. No, it's the one over by the Wayward. So let's go ahead and go collect us some. It zoomed in on its own. Okay, that's creepy. So there are 10 air sensors. There's one here. This is south of Becker Farm. They're all in the forest region. Technically, this is just right on the edge of the forest, right before you reach Toxic Valley. And it's here at this unmarked location where you can find these two skeletons. There's no one in this bed. No skeleton in that bed. These two robots. So these robots are here. They weren't killed. There's a cooking station. It will spawn enemies. I got super mutants. So be aware of that. If you're like, hey, I want to camp there because it's a pre-built structure, you will have to deal with that. But right here is the air sensor module. Nothing for me to take from it. The next air sensor is here at Camp Adams. I'm going in alphabetical order. This isn't in the order that you can find them, and they are random. But it's up here on top of the lookout tower. There's the camp right down there with a bunch of mongrels. And I cannot retrieve data from this one. There's another one here at Cobbleton Farm. Again, it's right on the edge of the forest and the Toxic Valley. But as you can see, it's in the dirt, it's in the soil, it's not in the bleached area. So it's still in the forest, and it's right here on the second floor. And there's gonna be ghouls here. Well, I'm not gonna waste my time on. And that's that. Okay, there's another air sensor here at Darling Sister's lab. There will be floaters. They're pretty easy to kill, though. And it's behind... If you're going counterclockwise, it's behind the second cabin, house, whatever these are. Right here. No data. There's an air tape, and the one for this character is here, where the pheasant is, which is north of New River Gorge Resort, at the New River Gorge Ropes course, which is the little obstacle course here that you can go through, and it's going to be on top of the roof of the second little pavilion, which you can just jump up onto, even if you don't have the special height. I'm going to retrieve that tape on this character, even though I don't really need it. I don't think there's anything on the monitor, huh? It's just, yeah, nothingness. There you go. There's another air one right here to the east of Tyler County Fairgrounds up in the mountains. And it's right here next to a settler spawn.
Need to find a place to settle down for the rest of the day. Ugh, it's hard work.
I can't trigger it because I already picked up my air tape. Oh wow, look at that. That's just great. I do bash the game a lot, but I also do really enjoy it. I wouldn't play it if I wasn't enjoying it. There's also supposed to be a Nuka Shine drop-off, I think. A blackout? Yeah, right here. There you go. So you ever need a cowboy hat, and you don't want to craft one with the Nuka-Cola stuff, there is a guaranteed cowboy hat here. And a witch's hat, and a chef's hat, and a fisherman's hat. Because it's like a Mad Hatter thing. A bowler hat. Oh, there's two cowboy hats. Yep. There you go. No, I didn't know. There we go. Okay, there is an air sensor here at Transmission Station 1ATU03, otherwise known as Enclave yada yada. Open the gate, kill the mole rats, and right here next to the motorcycle is the air sensor. I'm gonna have to go ahead and take that wood though. Oh, I didn't kill all the rats. It's fine. That one will be my friend. There is an air sensor here at Point Pleasant. Just go to the Mothman Museum. And it's on a bridge, but these bridges are now covered with a bunch of just gunk and garbage. Oh, hey, he's using his binoculars. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, it's still up here. Okay. Right here on the bridge at spawn, because you spawn right there. Well, sometimes you'll spawn at the other end. But it's just right here. There's an air sensor here at Landview Lighthouse. It's on top of the lighthouse, so you got to make your way all the way to the top. And it's just right here, right outside the door. Boom. Well, would you look at that? Wow. There is an air sensor at the Tyler County Dirt Track, which, be aware, this is a workshop. So there's, I guess, 3 ways to get to it because it's on top of the roof. Number 1, jetpack, marsupial, you'll get up there easy. Number 2, claim the workshop, build, you'll get up there easy. Number 3, if you don't have either of those 2 options, as long as you're good at jumping, you can just jump up to here, jump up to here. I'm jumping higher than you will jump because I have marsupial. Jump up to here, and then just jump across. Boom. Walk over. It's right here. The ladder was lifted up because of this lady right here, who is now dead. She had a spear pool cue, which is just a combat knife taped to a pool cue. Well, there you go. Okay, there's a water sensor at Overseer's Camp, or the Wayward, right here. It's one of the first places you meet, and it's just in the river behind the Wayward. Right here. It's not my water sensor, so I'm not going to get anything from it. There is a water sensor here next to Hillfolk Hot Dogs, between it and Sunshine Meadows Industrial. I'm on the bridge. It's just right here in the river, the Ohio River. And there's also a scavenger spawn. It's not mine, so I cannot claim anything from it. There's a water sensor here, south of, Vault-Tec, Morgantown, Mama Dolce's, whatever, all of this. South of all that, here at the intersection of the rivers, the bend in the rivers, this isn't a bend, this is an intersection. But it is a bend, because they are bending. Is the water one, and it's not my water one, so it doesn't really matter to me. But there you go. So right here at, well, I have to say Tigart Water Treatment, because that's where you get the quest, but Poseidon Power Substation PX02 in the river, right here. It's also the one that this character has as theirs, really close by. Here at the Nuka-Cola, the Kanawha Nuka-Cola plant, it does tend to spawn me right here, so just from spawn. But behind the Nuka-Cola plant, where this bridge is, and just jump off the bridge right down here. Boom. I obviously cannot activate it because I just claimed mine. There you go. Just here, south of Gorge Junkyard, or northwest-ish of Gully Mine exit, on the 64. Well, that's on the 64. If you jump off this little bridge thing here, loot yourself some logs, you can complete this challenge that you've had forever. In the river is one of the water sensors. Get out of the water. Get myself some more logs. Right here, just south of the dam, the Grafton Dam. Again, this is Toxic Valley, but just barely. It's still greenish here, so it's not in the bleached area, as you can see by the soil being soil and not bleached soil. And also it's raining. I actually don't know if it rains in the Toxic Valley. But it has a settler spawn. And then right here, you can also get yourself some dog food. I think this is a guaranteed dog food spawn. Yep, right here.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
That's nice. But just be aware there are super mutants. So between Anchor Farm and Tyler County Fairgrounds on the 90, you can find the unmarked location here. I think it's referred to as the Safe Shack? Safe Shack? I don't know. Something like that, because there's like a bunch of safes. 1, 2, 3. If you go outside, 4, 5. Oh! I didn't know that there was a raider spawn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Great if you need to get, your lock picking up. Not up, but if you need to get lock picking for your thing. And then it's right here next to the urinals is the holotape. It is campable, but it will spawn, a raider, so if you're not good with raiders. But if you are good with raiders, great location for a raider camp. Right? It is campable, I believe. Is it no longer campable? Well, that sucks, because they keep removing campable locations, but they have these here. But, yeah, I guess you can no longer camp here. Oh, wait. Just barely out of reach. Fine. I guess that's okay. There's a soil sensor here at Arctos Pharma. Just go behind the building. And then right here, right here, overlooking nothingness. There's a campground, like, right over there, though. Hey, and it's, Spots. So yeah, just right behind the building. You'll find it. On Death Claw Island, essentially in the middle of the island, I think. Right here. It's next to these guys who stole a safe and a steamer trunk and whatnot. Well, there's also a woman, but it's next to them. It's not hard to find things on Death Claw Island, so you'll probably find it really quickly. So east of the fairgrounds, so over here was the air one, but closer to the fairgrounds is a soil one right up here. Near this billboard. I could have swore that cats spawned here. I guess they don't anymore. Don't know when that change happened. But, okay. Just below the crosshair, right here, at this scene where a person was clearly noosed, is the a soil sensor. Down there is a Nuka Shine location, I believe. But we're not going to show you that. I already did that in the Nuka Shine videos. We're going to instead head east to show you something else that I'm surprised is not a Nuka Shine location. Where's it at? Was it on this? Yes, right here. Thought I heard a snake, and I'm like, there's no snakes in Fallout. It's a little photo thing. And sit here, get your photo taken. It's not a Nuka Shine location. It's really it's a nothing. It's just here. It's a nice little thing. It's right here at the end, near the crosshair. To the west of Morgantown Station. This is the one for this character. It's right here. Go ahead and grab it. Sensor data, but also because it seems to be a very reoccurring whatchamacallem challenge. It's a critter spawn location. Where are they? Right here. So you can get rabbits. Can I tame a rabbit? No. Yeah, so you can get rabbits here. Making it probably a lot easier for lower level players because the other two rabbit spawn locations that are guaranteed rabbit spawn locations are in the Savage Divide. So yes, this one is only a chance of rabbits, but it's closer than going to the Savage Divide. Here at Gro's Family Cabin is another soil one. It's just behind one of the cabins. Is it cabins? Gro's Family Cabins? No, cabin. So a bit odd. There's two cabins here. Although no, yeah, that's still a cabin. Seems like a bunk place more than it is a family place. Or maybe it means, yeah, I still think it's supposed to be cabins. Like it's a vacation thing. But yeah, right there. Well, that's Aaronhold. At the Wade Airport, just past the Fox, closer to Camp McClintock. It's in the airport itself, right here, near the wrecked Skylines plane, past the command tower. Is that what that is? Yeah. There will be super mutants here. This is also a workshop, so we'll get potentially hectic here. And you can't fast travel. Your best bets would be to go to Camp McClintock and run down, or Somerville Docks and run up. But there you go. Finally, north of Marigold Pavilion, next to the pig icon on the map, on this cliffside, is the last sensor. It's a soil sensor.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
With a settler spawn. Don't know why there is a pig on the map. There are no pigs. At least there's still wolves. There's deer. There's no fish. Well, there's fish, but they're not interactable. There's birds. Well, I guess this map is supposed to be pre-war also, but it's clearly not. Because of this and this. That didn't exist like that before the war. But okay, let's go ahead and finish this quest up. Just realized I didn't read this. At target, the first part's the same. To gather the data for her project, I need to retrieve holotapes from air, water, and soil sensors, then upload the data to her terminal. Look, it's the Wanderer! I don't have her for this character, but we're not going to worry about that now. Well, I relogged into the character I'm using for the playthrough, and it marked one here. This one was not on the list of,
I hate this misty, foggy crap.
I heard him pop his bottle. This one was not on the list of locations. So it's also a Nuka Shine drop off or spawn. I don't know where the bottle is. But the location itself is an assault random encounter hotspot who's fighting protectrons and settler communist settler colonists. Oh wait, I need to get a hit on each of you before they kill you, so I could still get points towards killing robots with swords. Can you guys stop throwing grenades? So this is a random encounter hotspot for an assault encounter. It is campable, so it's nice if you want to have crops but don't want them to count towards your...
Protectrons, eh? So much for protecting. Now you, on the other hand, you jumped in and helped us out. And that kind of initiative won't go unnoticed.
And I get free stuff. I haven't even met the people at Foundation yet, but I will take the free settler stuff. Reputation. It'll also give you a armor workbench for free. I don't have any sledgehammer mods. Oh yeah, and razor grain for free. So if you like to make alcohol or any of that stuff, you want a camp that gives you all that stuff that won't count towards your camp, great location. But right over here behind what used to be the barn is the soil sensor. Okay, the last one for this character, I server hopped to get like a easier location for them to get to. And luckily it's here. Oh wait, it's a dead body down here. Well, guess I'll take that stuff. Oh, I didn't need the dirty water. Yes, to show you that you can just get up there without being marsupial. Boom. There you go. Air sensor done. So now... oh, that stays the same until I take them to the terminal down here at Tigart Water Treatment. Oh, good, another vehicle with an unnecessarily loud engine. So great, so fun. Much wow. Very, very... I could still hear them from all the way over here, and they're already, like, blocks away. Okay. Let's see if we can get in there without being noticed so that we don't have to worry while we upload the data. Oh, wait. Okay, good. There's a broken fence. Come on. I can crawl under that. Oh, look, that tape, literally just out in the open. So this, again, this kind of makes me think that it's the Brotherhood that found her and not Jeff. Although I guess he could have found it, rushed to her, found that she was dead, but he would have buried her. Right? Tough call. Tough. Oh, wait, this is probably gonna make no sense. It'll make sense at the end. What I'm getting at. Okay, environmental monitoring program, enter the password, upload air data. Commencing data transfer, transfer complete. Uploading soil data. Commencing data transfer, transfer complete. Upload water data. Commencing data transfer, transfer complete. Begin data processing. All of it's underway. Adding new environmental data to tables. Resuming computations. Please continue to provide additional data as it becomes available. Thank you for your assistance. And now, that completes ecological balance. And every 24 hours, you can do this quest again. Unless they fixed it and made it to where it's at the beginning of every day, as it should be, and I don't think they've done that. They did that for some of the quests, or some of the dailies. Hey, you can't do that. So there's only one more thing, the conclusion to Amy Kerry's story, which will be provided after this. Right here at the end of Summersville, off the 87. It's a little park bench. Where'd it go? Oh no, I lost it. Oh, right here. With a holotape on it called The Big Day. With a trilby hat. The hat used to be on top of the holotape, and I think that made a lot of people miss this holotape. Because you wouldn't pick it up. But you also can get an old ring, which I'm gonna go ahead and take, and we'll listen to the holotape.
brought a holotape recorder?
Oh, yeah. There's something I wanted to document. Don't worry, it's nothing weird, I promise. Anyway, you asked where I like to go to be alone and think, and here we are.
When I was a student at VTU, I always thought Summersville was one of the prettiest towns I'd ever seen. It was quaint, you know? Old-fashioned. Now it's lost all of its charm for me. I just see a sad, decaying place filled with ghosts of a forgotten world. What draws you here? Is it the silence?
The view, actually. You can see the floodlands perfectly from here.
The mudflats. Why? There's nothing there. It's a ruin.
Because I never want to forget how lucky I am to be alive. I volunteered for the mission to Pleasant Valley because I was bored and wanted some excitement in my life. I know, I was young and stupid. We weren't even an hour outside the city when we heard the blast from the dam. We looked on as the river washed half of Charleston away. I lost every friend I had on that day, and for a long time, I felt like it was unfair that I survived. Like, I should have died with them. But that all changed on the day I met you, Amy. You gave me a reason to want to be alive. That's why I wanted to ask you.
Jeff, don't. I know what you want to say, but now isn't the time. I don't know if it ever will be. I just can't think about that right now. It's not that I don't care about you, but I have my work on the environmental monitoring program, and you've got your duties to the responders. people are counting on us to be selfless, to put their needs ahead of ours.
I know, but part of rebuilding the world is, well, having families again. And I think that's an important responsibility too. Besides, why even bother trying to survive if there aren't things worth living for? Look, if this is too soon for you, then I'll wait until you're ready. Just promise me you'll tell me if you change your mind.
Okay, I promise.
But obviously, she couldn't tell him if she changed her mind because we found her dead at Spots Creamery. I don't think the two of them met each other there, because he would have either died with her or tried to save her. So she had to have already been dead by the time he found her. And then he came here and placed the ring here, left his holotape. Because he wouldn't have left it that day. That would make no sense. So he had to have known she died, which is also odd because it seems like he would have buried her body. And he would have came back here, looked off before going on to do whatever he went to do next.